got a very, very, very special guest, man. Very, very honored to even speak to this person. Super, super, super talented. Just waiting for them to come on this live. Boom.
There you go. Does that work? Yeah.
It worked. There we go, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, folks?
You know, I would like to introduce you my third guest. You know, this is a very amazing week for this man. He's been in the game for such a long time, but to be in the charts of Billboard and coming through and coming after number ones from the Scots and, you know, from Travis stuff, we got the legendary Mike Dean. What's up?
What's up?
How you been, man?
What's up, DISTROLORD? See, you know.
What's up, man? What's going on with you, Mike?
Working,
man. I know that you're working, bro.
Working on the next album, you know. Trying to...
Man, you always, man. You like, I think you have like the Stufferstein joint, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. That's you. I think you really might take it to the top because right now everyone's loving the new project, bro. Everyone's loving the new project.
Thank you, man. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like super different, bro.
I'm in the middle right here. Dude, I got that old.
You got that OG Von Sheep, the old shark joint. No. That's that early joint.
That Watch the Throne shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, man. So first and foremost, I want to thank you, man, for you know, taking your time out. I know you're super busy doing a lot of mixing stuff right now. You know.
For sure.
But aside from all that, man, yeah, man, like let's just go back a little bit, man. You know, I'm just gonna dive right into it, man. Like, how is it working with the early Selena, bro?
I mean, it was cool. You know, she was real moldable. You know, I mean, she already knew how to sing when I met her, but I helped her with her pitch a little bit. You know, got her a little more in key. You know, on key. You know, I don't know anybody in her family will ever recognize that, but I don't care. Yeah. I'm sure I won't be on the Netflix special or anything. They left me out the movie, shit.
Oh shoot, that's crazy. Yeah, but that's dope, man. For you even know that you even knew, like, it's crazy because you work with all these legendary people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You find them when they're young, or they come to you, and because they kind of know like your sauce. You know what I mean? They know that you add that extra sazon that give it right. You know. Yeah. And I feel like that's what all these artists have. Like the secret sauce is Mike Dean. You know what I mean? When you look at it in the history books, it's you that's behind it. Even I've seen some pictures of like where you and Game, you was mixing the first Game project and all that, and I was like,
oh yeah, you seen that?
Yeah, bro. Like that was crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing stuff like that. So it's like everyone always has to tap in with Mike Dean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the what's it called? The documentary?
Yeah.
I mixed about half of that, yeah.
So that's like that's huge, bro. That's huge and stuff like that. But what is like for you? Like what was like oh yeah, I want to ask you another question. Who did you meet from Parliament that you was cool with, that taught you like instrumentation and you was always around and stuff like that?
Michael Hampton.
Michael Hampton.
And
okay. And where he was living? He was living in Texas?
No, he was just, when P-Funk would come through town, I'd go find him, you know what I mean? And sometimes he would come down, stay in Houston for a week or two, you know, and be like in the projects. You know, we had homies in the projects with these badass studios in the projects. I mean, to us, it was badass, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, he would just always like bring me around to play keyboards and shit, you know. And I met Eddie Hazel, you know, the guy that played Maggot Brain.
Okay.
You know, like, you know, that's the first time I ever smelled cocaine burning.
That's crazy.
And George Clinton, they said, "You'll meet George tonight." And I went up in his hotel room and waited for like 2 hours. Finally came out, you know.
What's your George Clinton story? I got a George Clinton story I can tell you.
One time we were at the Enterprise studio from Magnolia in Burbank, and hang on a second. Hold on, give me 1 second, okay?
All right. Hold on, guys. Everything's cool. Mike just got to tell everyone that we're doing this live. I need everyone right now. Stream 420. Go get the 420 project. I was super involved into it. Mike Dean 420.com is the website to get the album. Go get the Day One T-shirt. All proceeds is going to different charities in Chicago and Texas. You know. Hold on a second. We're gonna get Mike back inside the chat. We can keep this going. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, guys? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. We get Mike. Mike's gonna come back in. I'm gonna get him right back in, and then from there we can just keep going. All right, bet. I got you.
Why did it disconnect me? I was just checking my grocery order.
I don't know. So you're saying you was George Clinton? You was in a hotel room or something like that?
I was
But
in
it
the
was, you
studio.
was in Enterprise Studios. You said you was in Enterprise Studios.
We was at the studio, and he came in and looked around. He was in the lounge. I'll never forget. And he was like, he took the fucking cover off the light switch and had a little bit of cocaine in there from like
That's
back in the.
crazy.
Like, I always stash. That's where I learned how to stash shit. You
Mm.
know?
So Street Life hit me up one day, right? They were working on 8 Diagram album, right? Wu-Tang 8 Diagram album, right? And there was, Right Track in New York, in the West Side Highway.
Yeah.
All right. So he told me to come to Right Track. So I go to Right Track to go see him and Meth, you know what I'm saying? I had like mad weed on me just because I know I was gonna smoke with them, you know what I'm saying? So I go downstairs, I see Power, and then Power brings me upstairs to the room. And mind you, for like the whole month, all I was doing was listening to Parliament. That's all I was doing. Like I listened to no music, just Parliament. That's all I was doing, right? So when the elevator doors open, it's fucking George Clinton, bro. Right? And I'm shocked as hell because I'm listening to this guy for a whole month, and here he is in front of my face in a Wu-Tang session for 8 Diagrams. And me and him are like chopping it up and just shooting the shit and all that. And he says, "All right, man, I'm about to start this session with RZA. You have the weed on you." And I'm like, "What weed?" And he says, "I thought you was the weed man." And I was like, "Nah, man, I'm not the weed man, yo."
That's what,
so,
man, Meth always thought I was the weed man. I swear he still does, I think. Like, I seen him like 5 years ago, and he was like, me and Head were taking him weed, you know? Like, because I was good friends with Redman because we worked on Malik and Jamal's albums and shit. You know, all that. And I'd always, I always had like a pound of weed back then. I'd always sling ounces to everybody that came in the studio, you know?
Yeah. I heard a crazy story about you in the Triumph video. You want to elaborate on that? The Wu-Tang Triumph video? Triumph?
What's that?
Wu-Tang Clan Triumph video?
Oh, that's they turned into the bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got them all fucking fucked up on mushrooms before they went and shot that. I remember me and, what's his name? DJ Muggs had these big ass joints he was smoking.
What?
We got them all fucked up before they went.
Oh shit, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, so talk about this 420 album that you just put out, man. Like, what was the inspiration behind it? What what machines did you use? And programs and things of that nature.
I mean, recorded it all in Ableton, mixed it in Pro Tools. Using my regular little setup right there. Moog grandmother, Moog matriarch, the Behringer Poly D, and Behringer vocoder up top. That's pretty much it. And I played these guys a little bit. Oh, that Moog up top, Juno.
Yeah, I seen you go crazy with that on the watch I seen you crazy on Yeezus, and then I seen you crazy on Life of Pablo, man, on that Moog, man. You went that in the Triton, you was going ham. And that's crazy because it's like you're smoking a blunt one hand is on the Moog, the other one's on the Triton, and I'm like, yo, how is he doing this? This is crazy. And it's just you and Kanye. That's it, like one-on-one. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was dope. Yeah.
I'm like
Those were the
50,000
days.
people. You know what I mean?
Those were dope
Like
shows, man.
there was like 50,000 and just like killing it. So, I had like yesterday I had Sci-Fire. You know, he was my guest yesterday, and basically we was basically talking about how me and you met, how he introduced us. You know what I mean? And the one thing that we was talking about in the live was you had this parakeet, right? This bird in your house,
Oh yeah.
and basically this bird would steal people's blunts and shit, right? Like you would tell the bird to do shit, and the bird would go grab it, and
He would just
like
do it. But
for real.
he would steal your cigarettes and chew the filters off of them. Like, he'd steal your
He was like a
blunts.
Texas bird. That's crazy. What
Yeah,
was
zero was
what
on
was your bird's
Texas.
name?
Roy.
Roy.
Yeah, I had
That's
two
it.
Roys. One Roy flew off, and he's like, he used to fly in my backyard and fly in a circle. And one day it was a little stormy, and he went out there and he just took off. Probably flew to South America, you know. Then I got another Roy, and he got ate by fucking pit bulls.
Oh man, that sucks.
But they were cool. They'd sit on my shoulder in the studio and nod at the beat. Like they just followed my head, you know, whatever I did, they were like,
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. So yeah, so you know, we're basically talking about how I met you, how he introduced us. That was after the New Slaves installation, you know what I'm saying, downtown. And I knew of your music, but I didn't know who you were. And then when he told me, then I did my homework. I was like, oh shoot, this guy. Like for me, like
is that
my
Sci-Hi you
favorite,
said?
yes,
Yeah.
Sci-Fire, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I meant, yeah, Sci-Fi.
And like man, like
Sci-Hi.
when I found out that you did Smile, bro, I was like, whoa, that's like one of my top Tupac songs of all time. Like there's dudes in Queensbridge who play that song like all the time, bro. So it's like for me to find out that I'm with the guy who produced that record, that's crazy. How was it? How was Tupac? You know what I mean? Like I know you met him a few times, man. How was Tupac
Yeah. He was
around
cool
that
as shit.
time?
I mean, when I met him, he was like, I heard he was like kind of tough on white people in the studio and shit. I was like, damn, it's going to be tough. And I went in there with him. He's like, you're Mike Dean? He's like, I'm like, yeah. He said, play something sad. You play the piano right? He's like, yeah, play some shit on the piano sad. I was like, he threw me a half ounce of this gold weed. I'll never forget it. We made a couple of beats that day. Then I think him and Face took off and made Smile somewhere else on another beat. Then after he died, I got the vocals and redid the beat that everybody knows for it.
Yeah, man. Everyone, you know, I want everyone right now in the room to put prayer hands for Scarface, man. We need Brother Mom to be with us, man, way longer. You know what I'm saying? He's a super inspiration to me, man. You know what I mean? He's super inspiration to into Southern rap. You know, everyone loves that man. So, you know, I want everyone to, you know, put prayers for him, and put your prayers for him to make sure he gets well, man. You know what I'm saying? Like even like we worked on. I came to your house when you used to live in Tribeca, and you know, to be in those sessions, the deeply rooted sessions, man, that was just like a dream come true. You know what I mean? Like, cause from the fix, that was like, you know, I was working at Def Jam around that time, you know, so to kind of like meet the guy finally, cause he was running Def Jam South and all that, you know,
Oh,
it was like,
shit.
oh
Yeah.
shoot, that was crazy, you know,
That's nice.
that was major, you know what I mean, just to be there and all that.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I spoke to him a couple of days ago.
Oh man, that's excellent,
He's just
man.
waiting to get on the list to get a new kidney, man.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean? He's tough, you know what I mean? He was hitting me up. He's building a studio at his house. You know, he's still at it. You know,
Okay,
he's not
cool.
laying down, you know. He's
All right,
asking me
lit.
about equipment and shit.
What's the new shit? Yeah, man. Congratulations too, man, that you know you stopped smoking cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a major accomplishment, man.
Oh,
You know what
for
I'm
sure.
saying? I know, you know, it's kind of hard, but it's good that you stuck to your guns, because I know, you know, health is wealth at the end of the day. So, you know, that's good. You know, that's everyone knows the signature Mike Dean Marlboro Red, but now it's the signature rolling papers now, right?
No, we don't have any yet. We're working on it.
You
It's
working
hard
on
to
it?
find somebody to make good rolling papers. You know, it's like you don't want to get the Chinese shit that's all full of toxins. That's what I've been hearing. That's why I don't have any. You know, I didn't want to go the Chinese route and fuck people up. I think it's
So if
been 3
anyone,
months and a week since I've had a cigarette or a blunt. It's good.
it's good, right?
I
You
think it's
feel
like
different.
1,500 cigarettes that I missed, and probably like 500 blunts. You
That's
know?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, so where did you learn? Where did you learn like all this like musical stuff? Like I know you told me that you had a teacher that basically classically trained you when you were younger, right?
Yeah. It's Ambule, yeah. Yeah, she was really good. Like, taught me the basics of all music theory, you know, like all the classical music theory and shit like that. She's, you know, I wouldn't be the same without her, you know, pushing me. And she was my sister and my brother's piano teacher too. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you feel like the youth right now should learn like being a musician, you know what I mean, versus just being a producer or just being a beat maker, you know?
I think so. I think it's good. You know, it's a dying art form too. People need to keep it alive, you know.
I tell everyone that like dudes like James Brown and all them, we sampled them because they learned how to play. They knew how to do like band stuff. They knew how to,
Yeah,
you know, tell
exactly.
them
Yeah.
like, oh, put it on the C, and you know what I'm saying? Like that talk is different. Like, and I tell a
Yeah.
lot of people like when you're in the studio with real musicians and real people, you have to learn how to talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
Yeah.
what they tell you. So you know what I mean. But aside from all that, man, like, what's going on with the next project? You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing you putting out little secret messages. You know what I'm saying as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on some shit with, you know, a few different artists for my album. You know, all the usual people I work with, I think. Talking to Gustavo Stein, you know, Gustavo Stein, the Texas Stein. No, Frankenstein. You don't say Frankenstein, do you?
No,
Um, yeah, we're gonna work on a project together. I think maybe an EP or something. And I'd like to pop off an EP with like Weekend. It'd be fun.
Ooh, that'd be major. Weekend was like he was one of the first people on your chat on your IG lives. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's
He just hit me last night for some synth loops or something. I
that's
got
good. We
time
give
to
him that pack.
put them on grid. Some of my lives on grid. I'm gonna send them over. What do you think about 6ix9ine going live with 2 million people?
Man, 6ix9ine is, man. Like I said, 6ix9ine is not. You know, he's not a street dude. You know what I'm saying?
I read all the like somebody said, are you here for entertainment or because you like him? And 9 out of 10 said entertainment.
It's like it's WWF. You know what I'm saying? It's WWF right now. Listen, man, it's crazy because everyone's doing all these challenges and all that, and here comes
He just went
6ix9ine.
on there
Bam,
by
2
himself.
million, 2 million, like boom, done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people just want to see that. You know what I mean? It's
It's gonna be
crazy.
a dangerous world now. It's gonna be cool to snitch. It's gonna be a
Man,
dangerous place out
it's
here.
gonna be. You gotta watch out who you got informants in your circle. You gotta watch out
Like,
now.
if I could be asking you for, hey, can you give me a couple pounds of weed? Be like, nah, I don't know where to get that kind of weed. You don't know your best friend might fucking snitch on you after all that. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that shit's not
No,
cool, man.
but
We
yeah,
don't
I'm
come from
working
that
on.
era, man. We come from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Come from a different cloth and shit. So, what I want to share one story and then talk about something else, and then I'm gonna let you go, as I know you got to finish mixing and stuff, right? This is my story, right? So, very, very early on, you introduced me to Travis Scott, right? And I was working at Boiler Room at the time, right? Doing all their like live streams and all that. So I reached out to the owner of Boiler Room and I'm like, yo, I want to do Mike Dean and Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? And he was basically saying like, oh, I think, you know, they're not ready for Travis Scott on Boiler Room. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, that's kind of whack, right? So maybe 3 days later, I'm in your house, we're smoking blunts, watching Married with Children and shit, right? And I get a comment from Blaze under the Palace IG, and he says, "We need to have Travis Scott on Boiler Room," right? And I showed this to you, and you're like, "Tell him, let's do it," right? And I'm like, I tell him, let's make it happen and shit. And then when I get up and like I speak to him, I'm like, "What happened? I thought like Travis wasn't ready yet," and he was like, "He's ready. Let's do it now." So off the strength of Palace, Mike, Palace, the clothing line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So because he was on Palace's page, remember Palace is like the London Supreme. He basically got the cosign, which was crazy. And then we did the show at your house, which was supposed to be like a secret show. And then out of nowhere,
you put the address on the internet.
I did not snitch out your address, all right?
They said DISTROLORD posted that shit.
And fucking, yo, you had like over 1,000 people in your house seeing Travis and ASAP Ferg perform on top of your freaking $100,000 piano. You know what I'm saying? How did it feel that day, bro, to like go crazy? I mean, like everyone's saying that was the best Boiler Room ever, and second, you know, the best New York house party ever. Like they say it was better than a Diddy house party. You know what I'm saying?
That was crazy. How come does that only have 5,000 views too?
What was that?
The Boiler Room. I'm just looking.
Oh man, I don't know.
I'm about to tweet that shit.
Tweet that shit out, right? That was legendary though, bro. Like that was legendary.
That was crazy.
Bro, and the crazy part about all this, and what really got me mad was what's his name? Chase Infinite. He basically told me like, yo, Rihanna's downstairs. You know what I'm saying? And if you cut the cameras, we can bring Rihanna upstairs. So I told the owner of Boiler Room, like, yo, cut the cameras off, bro. Let Rihanna come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't want no attention. And he was like, nah. Like, she has to come up. I was like, bro, you're going to mess up the vibe. Like, if it's a picture alone that she's up there, it would have been it. But he wanted the clout.
I never heard about that. Wow.
Yeah, he wanted the clout and shit. So now that, then remember, you gave ASAP Ferg the white NWA hat, and he wore that hat in Rocky's video, the Fashion Killer video. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because they were all going to shoot that video that night. They were all with each other.
Yeah, you got a good memory.
Yeah, bro. I remember all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So last thing I wanted to talk about is you know, we came together to do this Day One t-shirt. You know, it's doing extremely well, man. I just want to say thank you, man, for like really, you know, helping all these people out, man. The stories you've been telling me, and you know, Slugs No Hugs, and she was really like, you know, she really appreciates all that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, she's tripping. She's happy.
You know, a lot of people right now.
In Houston, I think I probably just use that.
Oh, that's perfect, man.
They home and feed people too, you know.
Yeah, man, that's all it's about right now, man. You know, people really need help right now. A lot of people lost their jobs, and you know, they just need support, man. It's just messed up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I said, man, thank you again for everything, man. You know, you've been more than an inspiration and hope for me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know, you always just been like a stand-up person for me, and whatever I need you, you're always there. So I you know what I mean, at the bottom of my heart, man, I always appreciate everything you have done for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? From the first day I met you, man, it was just always love. From when we did HuffPost Live to when we did NPR, we did all that. It was just, man, cool. You know what I'm saying? Oh, one other thing too, before I get off, right?
We need to do a tiny desk.
And we did. That's the next thing we need to do, right?
We need to do that
in the house, though, right?
From my house.
All right, cool. I'm gonna hit homegirl up who runs Tiny Desk and stuff.
Good.
That'd be dope.
All right,
one thing is, Mike Dean is the first person to put me on to Uber, ever. I did not know about no Uber, right? Before, and how I found out about Uber was we was doing HuffPost Live, and I was like, Mike, I'm gonna go downstairs and get a cab, and you're like, get a cab. He's like, I got this app called Uber, and I'm like, Uber. He's like, yeah, bro, like, you know, it's an app. You can get a car service and be for you downstairs. I was like, what?
Yeah,
And this
yeah. You
and
don't
this
have to
is
have your
before,
black friends hide around the corner and shit. You can just get in there.
and no one there know about Uber in New York. Nobody
No,
knew about. No,
I was using
bro.
that shit in Europe.
Bro, exactly. It was on the low. No one didn't know about it. So after you showed me that, bro, I was stunting hard with the Uber, bro. Stunting hard until
That's
like a month
funny.
or two later, people found out it was Uber I was using.
Oh
Because I was
shit.
coming, because I was like, yo, because I'll eat dinner with all my friends and
My
shit. I'm like,
driver's waiting.
and I'd be like, yo, my driver's downstairs, bro. And they're like, the driver's downstairs, and it's like a fucking Escalade and shit. And they're like, oh shoot, Gustavo's like, he made it. And then like a month later, they all find out like, oh shit, that shit was just Uber. So yeah,
All right,
man.
well, shit. Let me get back to work, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Thank
for
you, man,
helping
for
me
your
out.
time, bro.
Make sure you
Talk
save
to
the
you soon.
story.
Yes, sir. Listen, 420 album in stores right now. MikeDean420.com. Go on his page. Enjoy everything.
Yes,
Peace.
sir. Yes.